Hello, what's going on, guys? Hockey Guy 1 here. Welcome to my review of John Wick. So John Wick is directed by Chad Stahelski and stars Keanu Reeves, Alfie Allen, Michael Nyqvist, and William Dafoe. So the story is about John Wick, who has to deal with losing his wife, and after that, and he got a dog, and then this guy named Yusuf Terasal steals his car and kills his dogs, which is John Wick, or to come back out of retirement and to try and kill him basically. So the story is just so good. And it's perfect to the way it's executed and how different it is from other action movies. It's just so good the way it is, and I think that through each act as well, it's just very well paced. Each act branches through. Like the first act is a good job setting up the whole thing with Yusuf kind of killing his dog again. And the second act, it's also done very well with a lot of scene and continuing the story. And then the third act as well. It's just perfect with the way the climax is, which is done perfectly how the third act is. And the action scenes in this movie, I mean, wow, they are just amazing. Just very well done by directors and actors in each one. I mean, the Red Circle shootout scene is just one of the best action scenes of the decade, without a doubt. I mean, it's just so awesome, and so very well done, and with how well the acting was in that scene, and just how well done the action was, is just really awesome to see it. And the climax where John Wick ends up killing Yusuf and chases down the Vigo was a really great scene for action. I mean, it's a perfect action scene as well. It's just so well done and very well acted by the actors. I mean, it's just a perfect action scene, and all the action scenes are great in this film, so I don't really say much else. So the ending where John Wick picks out a new dog and wants it back home and it says it's time to go home, it's just a perfect ending for this movie, and just very well done, and gets you kind of excited for the sequel. John Wick's character is just a total badass. I mean, he's really awesome as kind of that retired assassin, and then he comes out to kill people, and he has a good motivation to do all this stuff too. Who has the protagonist? I mean, Yusuf literally killed his dog, which was special to him, and stole his car, which was also special to him, which is perfect writing for the character, and a perfect way to put our main character into action. There are kind of two main antagonists for this movie, Vigo Tarasov and Yusuf Tarasov. And as for Vigo Tarasov, I think that him as a character and villain was done very well, in my opinion. I mean, it's kind of starts off, he just kind of tries to get John Wick to not go violent, but John Wick doesn't really want to listen because he just wants to take revenge for what he did. And then because of that, he kind of hires Marcus and tries to go out and kill him. It's just good character development for Vigo, and then makes him a really intimidating villain, because I feel like, he's not really necessarily the most villainous person, but he's more of a mistaken villain, because his son does most of the work. Yusuf Tarasov as well is a really good villain. He's very intimidating, and it's written very well. He kills John Wick's dog, and reason for this entire plot. And he's a perfect villain for this movie. Miss Perkins is like kind of just hired to kill John, and I think that her as a character is done pretty well. I mean, and she ends up failing to kill John, they just kill her. But for what her character is done with this movie, I mean, is done very well. I mean, she's kind of just a former thinking of John, and just goes after her, and then she gets into a badass fight with John, which alone lets her character do pretty good. Yet she can stand up to John Wick. Nick is doing pretty well. So Marcus as a character, I do feel like it was pretty good, actually. I mean, his development, he has to kill John Wick because he was offered $2 million if he does, so he's kind of bribed into it, which makes him have a pretty good character, as he does end up getting killed later on because he doesn't kill him, but overall, I do feel like his character is pretty good in this movie for what they did. The acting in this movie is just fantastic. I mean, Keanu Reeves especially is just fantastic. In my opinion, he's one of the best actors in the business because he's just really good. It's good and perfect casting for action movies because he's really good at being in the character as an action movie, and very well at acting in action scenes and doing all these shooting styles and jumping all over the place and all the stunts that you can tell he does. It's pretty impressive. In my opinion, he's one of the best actors in the business for action, at least. And this movie's not an exception. This was one of his best roles. And Alfie Allen, Michael Nyqvist, and William Dafoe also did great in this movie. I mean, they all perfectly done a character. It just all felt like they're into it, and they all looked like they're actually wanting to be there as well. Felt like the characters just the acting is just perfect from them. You can tell that this movie did not rely CGI heavy, which is really good for this movie, and really relied more on practical effects, which I like. I like that, because there's not many modern action movies go to that very often, and I feel like this movie did practical effects really great, which I'm glad that this movie's doing that, and because I do feel like CGI can be overused in action movies a lot, and this movie doesn't use much of it, so I do feel like using practical effects made it look better and look great. I mean, the score is just fantastic. I mean, whenever an action scene happens and there's a score in it, and it makes you feel like you're in the moment, because it literally fits the moment so perfectly that it makes you feel like you're in it. I mean, and it's just perfect for this movie. And honestly, I don't have any negatives for this movie. It's just a masterpiece. So overall, John Wick is a masterpiece, one of the best action movies of all time, and one of the best movies of this decade. And I'm going to give John Wick a 10 out of 10. So that was my review of John Wick. What are your thoughts on John Wick? Tell me in the comments below. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.